to start this. All right, I didn't understand it at the time, but it took me years to be, sitting right here telling you my story. All right. Okay, where were we? Right, the negotiation part. If the person really want to change, if they like maybe stop smoking in the future, we can negotiate, right? Like, maybe like stop smoking. Not like immediately start smoking immediately, but we can start with like smoking just one cigarette per day, or like a one pack per week, or whatever it is. So that is the story. That is how I understand it, because you cannot change them if they don't want to change in the first place, but you can negotiate if they maybe want to change in the near future, or I don't know, in their own pace. Like, there is one thing that always came to my mind is like everyone is on their different journey. Like I said, it took me years to understand my brother advice, and it happened on my own. Like, I didn't even remember when my brother advised when I started this, but when I like reflect on my life, when I trying to like do the things like shadow work, or like trying to like be on my own thought, those conversations came back to me, and yeah, that is how I see the pattern of this change and things, because we gotta reflect on our own life in order for us to see some of the pattern that is happening in our life. Like what I want to say. There's a lot of things I want to say, but it didn't come out. And also, if the person you want to change for their good, if they don't want to change, all we can do it just let it go. We can do it, just let it go. We can't do anything about it. If they don't want to change it, we try our best. What we can do is like improve ourselves. Maybe we can be the inspiration for them to change. I'm not like saying this as the perspective of the one who is like trying to change someone, but you can like think of it as the person who someone is trying to, if someone is trying to change it, you can see the pattern in it, because if we don't like think from both perspectives, we couldn't be able to see this pattern happening in our life. We cannot see it clearly. I hope you understand it. Because our minds and action are like happening on autopilot most of the time. Even if we know this is the I know this is the common sense, but if we just let it happen, if this is happening again, we wouldn't be able to tell. I have a video about talking about how I would like stuck in my life wanting the validation. And also, like, I want to say this, that everyone is on their own journey, and we cannot change them, but we can be understanding, we can be like supported of their journey. Like, everyone is like everyone has a different life, different environment, like, you know, we don't see the same thing most of the time, because even if it is happening at the same time, not everyone is going to see that situation the same way. And also, we don't know what is going on in their life, and they don't know what's going on in our life as well. Whenever like I like, you know, judge someone, before I do that, I always try to remember this quote that everyone was someone else's baby. They were once someone else's baby. They were once a baby who doesn't know about, you know, the burden and all the things. And it trying to, like, you know, ground me in a sense that every human being are experiencing life in different way. Even if I'm, like, you know, experiencing life, like, you know, there are times, like, you know, our time passes so fast, but for some people it might be slow for them. All right, and I want to share this. Last night I was playing a game called Hogwarts Mystery, and there was this dialogue that stuck in my head. I was talking to the character, was talking to Fat Friar, the ghost, the Hufflepuff ghost, and he asks the main character to ask nearly headless Nick for, like, you know, what I'm trying for advice, and the character, main character, answer with like, nearly headless Nick is a coward, and I don't even know why he was a Gryffindor at all, and what Fat Friar said hit me hard. Like, he said, have a little empathy. You don't know what is going on someone else's heart. That is true. Like, you know, we don't know what is going on in their head, in their life, and we gotta show a little empathy. At least, if we can't do anything about them, we gotta be, like, you know, a little more understanding, a little more love. And like I said, like, you know, I don't want when my brother give me advice, I would give excuses like, I don't have music instrument, I don't have a vocal course taken, you know, I'm not ready. But what really is going on is it's not about not, you know, be able to sing perfectly. It's about me scared of getting judged by others. That is the main reason, even though I didn't know that at the time. But when I reflect about my action and my, you know, my life in general, like, I didn't want to start it because I was so insecure about myself. I was so scared that how the world view me, how the world going to perceive me. So that's why I trying to, like, you know, have this certain image if I'm not that person, I wouldn't be able to do it. Do you know what I mean? I hope you get it. It's sometimes like, it was happening in my head because I was so scared. Even if I was like, taking music courses, if I don't heal my own insecurity, if I don't do the journaling, do the shadow work, and trying to find the confidence within me, I wouldn't be able to do it, even if I have the most beautiful voice in the world, or So even like, the people who we admire, they might look perfect, but we don't see what really going on in their head. So have a little empathy, have a little, faith in people. They have their own journey, and everyone is walking different paths. We can try our best to, like, help them walk on the, straight. I don't know how to say it, but sometimes cannot save everyone, alright? Cannot save everyone. We cannot control their action, but what we can do is control ourselves, right? I'm not trying to say like control thing. We can improve ourselves. We can, I would recommend doing the shadow work. But if you're not ready, don't do it. Don't do it yet, okay? If we understand ourselves, if we, like, can face our own dark side, we can be a little bit more kinder and gentler with life, with people. We can, like, if we started improving ourselves, maybe we can be the inspiration for the person you're trying to change. Maybe they might started changing their own pace. There was the saying, like, oh, you changed him, or like, he changed because of you. Yes, it's not that you controlled their mind, but the real thing is that you became the reason they want to change. You became the inspiration they want to change. Just because he changed because of you doesn't mean you the one controlling them, alright? You became their reason to change. Being a reason and being the person controlling are different than, I guess. Alright, this is just my perspective. Maybe you might agree or not. I want to know what you think of it. I'm sorry if I make you confused. I try my best. Alright. What do I want to say? I want to say a lot of things. Like, before I made this video, I was talking to myself in head, and everything went smoothly. Like, there are a lot of things I want to say, but my mouth can't say them. I hope you understand what the video is all about. If you don't, comment down below, and I'm better at writing, I guess, because I have time to think. So, alright, thank you for watching. I know it was very long video. Alright, thank you. Bye bye. I see you in my next video. I love you.